This is Athena and this is Vichia.
Hi guys.
Sorry we're laughing so much. This is actually our first video. We came up with this idea of creating a YouTube video where we would upload the videos on a weekly basis. And my first thought was that we would call this video channel the two Cambodian girls. Mm-hmm. But after speaking to one of my little nieces, she thought that since we're going to be talking about different topics, that we should call it The Talks. So I think we're going to settle with The Talks because we are going to be talking about different topics. Today we're going to be talking about the event that we attended on Thursday night, which is called, what was it, Chia?
It was a gala put together by Together One Heart, and this was Thursday, November 9th, this past Thursday.
Yeah. So this event, I was invited by Vichia to attend this event because she knew that I was very just kind of drawn to this whole cause about sex trafficking. With my travel to Cambodia, I really got to learn a lot about our people, and just kind of the devastating effect that sex trafficking has on the country. And I actually found out from this event that Cambodia is probably the most prevalent, where sex trafficking is the most prevalent. And I don't know, Tia, what did you learn from this event? Like, what were your thoughts? What was your experience like?
Well, at this gala, there were a couple of speakers who had shared personal experiences. One woman that was there, she had been involved in the sex trafficking since she was a teenager. I believe she was like 12 years old. And she's now the founder of Together One Heart. And her story is just so heart-wrenching. And today she has completely transformed her life, all thanks to one gentleman who, kind of took her out of that environment back in Cambodia. And I want to create more awareness and share this with you guys to see if we can, either support through funding or volunteering, some way to get involved and to prevent these situations from happening to other young girls and young boys around the world. And it's something that we just, we need to work on.
So, from my days of knowing Vichia, I know she's very involved when it comes to volunteer work. Definitely 100% more involved than I have ever been. And I know she does a lot of community work. This is a cause that I just always felt very drawn to. And I expressed to Vichia that the reason why I feel so drawn to it is because I was watching a documentary one day and I saw the faces of these girls and they looked just like mine. I thought to myself, goodness gracious, that could have been me, that could have been any of my siblings. And it just felt, I don't know, and every day, of course, as you're living in America, you're chasing your dream, you're trying to make money and provide for yourself and maybe your family. But I've always just kind of somehow circled back to this cause, one way or another. And of course, this time it was through Vichia. And I do remember Bong Somali. I do remember having seen her accept an award for Woman of the Year or something like that. I just remember, because I don't watch a lot of TV, but I do remember having seen her, and when I saw her there, I couldn't believe that was actually her. So I don't know, it's a very touching event to have attended. Touching because, again, I find myself full circle back to this cause, and I just feel like as much as I want to ignore it and as much as I want to say my life has taken a different path, I feel like it's tugging me back, and I really need to look deep into what this means to me, and perhaps this is my purpose, perhaps this is my calling to do something about it. And I don't know what that means, honestly, because it's, for me, I do want to have a comfortable life. so I don't know how this is all going to play out. I just know that when I was there and hearing the stories, that it really touched me, and it just makes me want to cry, and it makes me think that there's definitely something that I can do, and of course something that all of us can do, and it's a choice to actually step into it and do something about it. So I don't know. How did you feel when you hear everybody talk about it?
As a woman myself, it really touched me, and I want to be more involved, and I want to create more awareness. Together One Heart has a website that you can check out, get more information on volunteering, on how to get involved, and if you're not able to get involved, you can make monetary contributions, and it's called togetheroneheart.com, and you can check this website out, and it's a great cause for anyone who's known someone or whose heart have been touched by this type of situation and these experiences. And we want to empower and do what Somali is doing now, rescue more and more young girls from these difficult situations that they've had to live in.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, Chia, but I remember when Bong Somali said, when she went up to the podium, and she mentioned that here we kind of take everything personal, like even in our driving, when someone cut us off, we get all like hot and bothered by it. And she said, for her, she's just kind of like, oh, don't worry, just let them, go or whatever. And she talks about how her own child had cancer and she couldn't leave the orphanage, and people were ridiculing her, or actually giving her a hard time because of the fact that she chose to be with the orphanage or orphan girls rather than going back to be with her daughter. And she said, we're all daughters, right? That there was no difference between the daughter that she birthed as opposed to the girls that she was a mother to at the orphanage. And that, I don't know. I mean, I know that we're all attached to the, I don't have kids myself, so I don't know what it's like to have kids and, what my feelings would be in that sense. But I just thought it was so beautiful for her to just see kids as kids, and that one doesn't have more value than the others. That was really touching for me.
That's definitely difficult choices, and we every day have to make difficult choices. But when you're a young girl and you're 8 years old, you're 10 years old, and you're given up for to be sex slaves, you don't have choices. So we, Athena and I, have chosen to create more choices for these young girls, and to enable you to make choices as well, because there are people out there who do not have choices. And Together One Heart, you can get more information through info@together, and then the number one heart.org if you wish to get involved. And they're also on Instagram through @together1heart. They have a Facebook, facebook.com Together One Heart, if you guys want to check it out. And we'll just continue to be posting information relevant to this, as well as sharing other topics and how significant this cause is to each of us.
Yeah. And just so you know, for those of you who've never been to Cambodia, your dollars go a very long way. In fact, they put on here that your contributions, what your contributions can do, and it's like $5 will provide 1 month of school supplies for 4 girls attending grade school. $50 will purchase 2 100-pound bags of rice, which will feed 8 women and girls for 2 months. And $100 will cover healthcare expenses for 10 survivors for 1 month. $250 will help pay the utilities at the Children's Center for nearly a month. So, obviously $5 will get us like a cup of Starbucks here. And, you can choose to put that $5 towards something that's going to make a much bigger impact than what that coffee can do for you. And I've definitely thought about that as well. And just nowadays, I'm starting to think a lot harder about what my hard-earned money can do, and it feels good, to know that 5, 10, 50, 100, even $200 can actually make such an impact. And again, this is a cause that I keep being drawn to. For whatever reason, I still haven't gotten to the bottom of it. I just know that every time I see the faces of these little girls or I hear these stories, I always think back, wow, it could be me. It could be the girls that I know. And, and I'm thankful that I'm on the other side. But somehow I must take part in this and see if I can actually make a difference. And again, I don't know what that looks like, but I'm open to exploring and to seeing where this path will take me.
And as Cambodians, for both of us, and Cambodia being, the that ranks near the top of human rights and sex slavery, it even touched our hearts even more. And this is another reason why we want to get involved and give back and share the information with as many people as we can. So we hope that you will follow along and check in with us. We're going to try to post again once every week, and we'll cover different varieties of topics, but we're always going to be centered focus on human rights, trying to end sexual slavery, starting with Cambodia. And I know there are other countries such as Colombia, Thailand, all over the world that's affected by this.
Yep. And feel free, if there's a topic that you want us to talk about, feel free to post it or contact us and let us know, and we'll learn a little bit more about that and share it with the world. And thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.